Good evening, everyone. J7409 here with Weather News Today, the evening edition. The name you know, the news you can use. And our cover pictures for the thumbnails this evening are coming from Pamela. Now, Pamela has sent me some pictures here. It had started to snow here in her area, just starting to cover the ground a little, not quite over the grass yet. And then guess what? Now it's started turning to, she calls it little ice balls. It's sleet. Ooh, that's nasty stuff. And I think a lot of this, when it first starts out, before it gets up to, say, Delaware, Massachusetts, Boston area, it's going to be mixed like this. And then it might turn all to snow again. Then you might have some rain again. It's just going to be a mess. So, Pamela, I want to thank you so very much for sending these pictures in. I thank you so much. And if you have any weather-related pictures of any kind, or maybe you have some kind of sky phenomena going on, please send them to me. I will use them as my cover thumbnails. Please click Show More, scroll down, you'll find the email address to send them to. And if it's your first time here and you're into following the weather, learning more about the weather with all of us, welcome aboard. Please take your mouse, hover it over the J7409 in the right-hand bottom corner. It will move up. Then click it and subscribe. Then all you have to do is click the bell and you'll be sure to get all the latest weather news, forecasts, and alerts as I put them out. I had one person write me today and said, they won't let me click the bell. Well, YouTube's going through a bunch of changes right now. So if you have that problem, just come back the next day and try. Maybe it'll work with clicking the bell. I don't think it's going to last forever that the bell doesn't work. We got a lot to cover, so let's get with it. This is what the watches and warnings are looking like now across the U.S. Quite different than the way they looked just a few hours ago. Earlier this afternoon, you all know I put out a tornado watch for a lot of Florida, parts of Georgia, and some parts of South Carolina. Well, in Florida, where you see that red, you did have rotation in this thunderstorm area, okay? So you did have rotation in these cells right in here. If you were in these areas, it may not have come down on the ground. I don't know if any of these came down on the ground or if they stayed in the air, but you did have them 1, 2, 3 right there. I hope they didn't come down, and I hope everyone is safe. And so far as severe thunderstorm activity, everybody should be in the clear and things should be looking a lot better by 11 p.m. tonight. But all of these counties that I told you about, you're under a tornado watch still until 7 p.m. this evening. Then it should clear out. But if you live in the Naples or Cape Coral area, you still might have a chance of some severe thunderstorm activity later this evening. So you keep your eyes open and be safe, okay? What does everybody need to really know about and be aware about? Well, number one, if you really want to know what the weather's going to be, you need to watch this whole video, because I can't say everything but so fast to let you guys be aware of things. But over in California is where we're going to start, and of course they're under a flash flood watch. It's going to turn into a warning, okay? And it's all because of the storm system across the eastern Pacific. It's approaching the west coast through Friday. And it also has a subtropical fetch of moisture with it well ahead of the system. And it's expected to bring all of these periods of moderate to heavy rain I've been talking about southwest of California as early as this evening, continuing through late Thursday and early Friday. Now, flash flooding and mud and debris flows are likely. Yes, I hope they don't happen. But this mud and debris flow is very likely to happen around the recent burn areas in the watch area. And there is a potential that the flash flood watch will need to be expanded to include areas outside of the recent burn areas during the peak of the storm system Wednesday night into Thursday. Okay, you can get 2 to 5 inches of rain easy, and some places are even going to get 5 to 10 inches of rain. Okay, now this flood watch is for areas, the towns of Santa Clara, also Malibu, Santa Monica, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, Long Beach, Mount Wilson, Sandburg, Newhall. All of these towns you see right in here, Universal City, Burbank, Pasadena, San Gabriel, all these places. You guys need to be aware of this and don't get caught off guard. Now, for everybody in the southern sections of the New River Valley and Mountain Empire region of Southwest Virginia, northern mountains of North Carolina, where you got heavy snow and blowing snows coming your way. Total snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches with localized amounts up to 7 inches where the higher elevations are. Now, wind gusts 35 to 50 miles per hour Wednesday and Wednesday night at the higher elevations. This is all going to be going on midnight tonight through 8 a.m. Thursday. Okay? From midnight tonight to 8 a.m. Thursday. And once again, this is for the areas of southern sections of the New River Valley and Mountain Empire region and Southwest Virginia, northern mountains of North Carolina. Folks, I apologize if sometimes I stutter or I have to have a pause or I just can't get a word out correctly. It doesn't mean I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. My mouth is mostly metal. The roof of my mouth is metal, and I have a lot of metal in my mouth, period. And when the weather's the way it is, it just messes me up. So I apologize for that, okay? Now, moving along, we got a winter storm warning now in effect from 6 a.m. Wednesday to 2 a.m. Thursday in portions of southeastern New Jersey, Maryland's lower eastern shore, central and southern Delaware. And I think these areas right in here, especially southern Delaware, I think you guys might really get one of the more heavier snow bands. We'll have to wait and see. But by all the research I've done today, that's what it's looking like to me. Okay, what can you expect in these areas? Heavy mixed precipitation expected. Total snow accumulations 5 to 8 inches with localized amounts up to 12 inches. And ice accumulations of a light glaze are expected. Okay, once again, southeastern New Jersey, Maryland's lower eastern shore, central and southern Delaware from 6 a.m. Wednesday to 2 a.m. Thursday. So please be aware of this and make sure, if you don't have to travel, don't get out in it. And if you do, please be careful. Winter storm warning remains in effect from 8 a.m. Wednesday to 8 a.m. Thursday. Where is this? Portions of northern Connecticut, most of Massachusetts, and northern Rhode Island. Heavy snow is expected. 5 to 10 inches of snow. That's what expected for you guys, okay? Once again, this is portions of northern Connecticut, most of Massachusetts, and northern Rhode Island. And it's from 8 a.m. Wednesday until 8 a.m. Thursday. And here is another winter storm warning from 6 a.m. Wednesday until 2 a.m. Thursday in portions of southeastern New Jersey, Maryland's lower eastern shore, central and southern Delaware. Heavy mixed precipitation. Total snow accumulations 5 to 8 inches, with localized amounts up to 12 inches, and ice accumulations of light glaze are expected. Just like what we saw in that picture a while ago. Sleet, ice, freezing rain, all gonna mix in with this stuff. Now, you might as well plan on difficult travel conditions, okay? And be prepared for significant reductions in visibility at times, because snowfall rates may approach an inch an hour for a time coming up, and glazing may begin toward dawn tomorrow away from the coast. So, uncertainty exists regarding maximum storm totals of snow over 6 inches, and a thunder snow is possible. Thunder snow is possible late morning and afternoon tomorrow. This winter storm warning is in effect from 6 a.m. Wednesday till 2 a.m. Thursday. And for the areas of central, south central, southwest, and west central Ohio, and northeast and northern Kentucky, this includes Columbus, Ohio, you have a winter weather advisory from 8 p.m. this evening to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Snow's expected. You could get around 2 to 4 inches. That's what's expected. So once again, 2 to 4 inches of snow. This winter weather advisory is from 8 p.m. this afternoon till 8 p.m. tomorrow morning, and it's for portions of central, south central, southwest, and west central Ohio, and northeast and northern Kentucky. And this does include Columbus, Ohio. Another coastal low nor'easter is underway as the surface low located in the Carolinas will move into the Atlantic by tonight. Now, meanwhile, a swath of precipitation will move across the Ohio Valley into the Appalachians, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast for the remainder of today. Expect rain and snow lines that will stretch from New Jersey southward into the Washington, D.C. metro area through southern Virginia. Now, north of that line, areas will experience mostly snow, especially throughout the Ohio Valley and the central Appalachians. Along the rain-snow line, mixed precipitation in the form of rain, sleet, and snow will occur, and it's happening. Across the Carolinas and southern Virginia, rain and thunderstorms are possible, of course. As the low moves along the coast tonight, the rain-snow line will shift to the east, with snow spreading across most of the mid-Atlantic and coastal areas of the Northeast and New England. Now, snow will continue across these regions through Wednesday as the low tracks northward along the East Coast. However, parts of coastal New England can expect precipitation to change over to rain by Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, most of the precipitation will be in the form of snow in the New England region as the low treks on northward toward the Canadian Maritimes. Now, snow may linger by Thursday evening in the interior of New England, but the significant snowfall will come to an end at that point. So just keep that in mind. Meanwhile, as a strong cold front from the coastal low pushes south and east across coastal Georgia, South Carolina, and northern central Florida, thunderstorms will continue to fire along the boundary. These storms have already produced severe weather, just like I've showed you, and are expected to continue to do so throughout this evening. Remember me telling you the Naples and the Coral Gables area and places like that? You guys still had Cape Coral, you guys still got a chance of some severe storms that I've seen coming up later tonight. I think most of them, though, will move out by 11 p.m. That's what it looks like to me. Also, the SPC's issued an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms from coastal South Carolina through central Florida through this evening. Now, the front will move into southern Florida by tonight with thunderstorms following, but they're not supposed to be real severe. Now, as the East Coast experiences the fourth nor'easter in 3 weeks, yeah, can you believe it? The West Coast will also have a very active period of weather throughout the short-term period. Now, an impressive axis of moisture will set up along the central southern California coast, bringing a long duration of flooding event Thursday along the southern California coast. Burn scars from the previous fires will give way to flash flooding across Southern California, in addition to mudslides and debris flows. That's mudslides and debris flows. Now, because of this, high risk of excessive rain is in effect for Wednesday. A moderate risk will also be in effect for Thursday, as additional heavy rainfall is expected. Heavy snow is also expected for the Sierra Nevada mountain range through Thursday night. You guys could get up 5 feet of snow. Winter storm warnings are in effect for these areas of the mountain range. You've been looking at the GFS model courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. This is what it's all looking like as of now this evening to me. Of course, it's the first day of spring, March 20th, 2018. So with all that said, everybody, please be aware of the weather going on around you. Keep your eyes to the sky and everything around you. I love you guys. Please subscribe, click the bell. Hope it works for you. Maybe it will. Please comment, share this video. Please when you hit the like button, that thrills me to death. I just love you guys and thank you for everything you do for me. I hope everyone has a safe evening and a blessed evening and much peace, love, and kindness to each of you.